Hey guys, welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Aries for the second week of October 2021. This can resonate with your sun, moon, rising or Venus sign. Okay, so obviously I could be reading for yourself or for your love interest, the one that's on your mind, etc. So please use your own discernment and kind of flip the roles, but please do not make a story fit, etc. If the reading resonates, then that's awesome, or if parts of the message resonate, that's cool as well. If it doesn't resonate, then it's just simply not your message, okay guys? So let's have a look to see what's happening with the second week of October. Now obviously everyone's on a different timeline, so if it doesn't resonate for as of right now, it's something that potentially could have happened or may happen, okay? So there's all kind of potential here with the different energies and stuff, okay? So just to let you guys know, I am available on TikTok as well if you are interested in shorter love readings. The account is called My Way Tarot 444. Now there isn't any underscores or dashes or etc. in that particular account, and I've got the same picture, profile picture that I use for this channel on that account as well. But just as a PSA, there are people out there trying to impersonate me in my account, so please do not get scammed out there, guys, and give over your hard-earned cash to them, because obviously I'm not available for personal readings as of right now, but I will be hopefully doing live streams on TikTok at some point, so that you guys could actually see me there. So just kind of watch this space, but I just want you guys to be careful. So I will not be contacting you asking if you would like a personal reading, etc. That's just definitely not me, okay guys? So let's get into the reading. Obviously you can leave a timestamp so that you don't have to listen to etc, but obviously I had to kind of let you guys know. So what can we please get for Aries for the second week of October? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, please. Hang on. Okay. Ooh, King of Cups, beautiful. Ooh, Ten of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Swords, two more, Two of Swords, and one more, Queen of Wands, kind of sideways. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, okay. So what I'm getting here, guys, and a Tower. Oh my gosh, and then we have King and Queen of Cups here together. Wow. Okay, so with the Strength card in reverse and the World upright with the Six of Swords. Okay, guys, so you could be obviously dealing with a water sign, a fire sign, or an air sign, or an earth sign. Predominantly here we have no majors on the table, but we do have the Tower, which is Aries, Scorpio energy, and then Leo later on, and then the four fixed signs with Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio and Leo as well. Okay, so pretty much everyone is here, but yeah, everyone is pretty much here. So obviously you could have it in your chart or your person does. Now what I'm getting for you guys, for you Aries, that is that either you or your love interest may be struggling as of right now. I'm not seeing very much like love here on the table, obviously apart from the King of Cups, and then later on we had the Queen of Cups. So I feel like love is kind of on the back burner for now, and that's really interesting because when I did your reading for the beginning of October for your like overall read, you guys had a lot going on, or your person had a lot going on, and emotionally like love was kind of like on the back burner, and I still feel like there's some sort of continuation from that particular reading that somebody, either yourself or your love interest, has strong feelings. They run very deep, but potentially they may feel, or you may feel, that you're not necessarily in the place as of right now to be able to express those particular feelings, to be able to get your words out, or your person's able to get their words out to express their feelings. Okay, I feel like either you or your person who you're dealing with has gone through a major tower moment or will be going through a major tower moment in relation to their finances. Quite predominantly, this is something that you can't necessarily control. It's out of your control, and it's just something you wouldn't necessarily wish on anyone. You know, not even an enemy, someone that you are not on the same page as. Like, this is very drastic here with the tower. But what I'm getting is that any kind of foundation that wasn't built on solid ground will be coming down, and I'm getting the sense that either you or your person financially have gone really through it, and it's been incredibly difficult, and just this tower has disrupted potentially the financial aspect of either a home, work situation of sorts, and this in turn has either got yourself or your love interest not feeling necessarily in the place where they're able to kind of put themselves out there in relation to love, because they're very focused on their finances as of right now. And I'm getting this sense that either you or your person may have their guard up as of right now and not able to move on forward. And I'm just getting the sense that either you or your person are just trying their best to just get through it, like day by day, and make sure that they're still in one piece, as it were, while they feel like everything around them is kind of falling apart, and 9 times out of 10 feel like they want to kind of jump out of a window and then hold themselves back. You know, we've all got there at that one point. So no judgment here, but what I'm saying is that either you or your person are really going through it right now, and that in order for them to eventually get to the star energy, to make their progress on their journey, to heal certain aspects of themselves, or for you too, if you are in separation from each other, to have some sort of healing in the connection, or a reconciliation, or something along those lines, or even just to be able to be available talking with each other. There's something major that has happened or will be happening or may happen potentially when you look at the energies here on the table. What I'm getting is that predominantly you or your person are having to really focus on self-love as of right now, and they're trying to heal themselves and look after themselves. And I see this kind of this feeling of knowing that you know who your person is, or your person knows that you two belong together, but there's something that's in the way. There could be even a karmic partner in the mix, or a karmic situation, a home, work, family dynamic, something to do with the career that could be holding a love connection from moving forward together. Because you see how the King of Cups are wanting to sit next to each other side by side, and either you or your person, you know, you have the love there, but potentially one may be more focused on their kind of cup and getting themselves together rather than necessarily focusing on their partner, because we have the King and the Queen of Cups sitting next to each other, and one's facing the other. They're not necessarily facing together, like properly looking at each other. They're very much there, and they know of each other, that each other is there, but one seems to be feeling a lot calmer about whatever is going on in their life compared to the other. And even though there's these strong feelings there and everything seems to look like it's pretty calm, there's like tumultuous seas behind this King of Cups. So I'm getting this kind of impression that potentially this could be you, or your love interest. So either you or your love interest may be feeling a little bit in fear as of right now, potentially feeling that a little bit insecure, and that they're trying to take the time to heal themselves and to then eventually gather the courage, get their strength back, so that they feel like they can fight another day, they can get to where they want to get to, and eventually in a love connection be able to move on forward eventually, and potentially then to close out a really beautiful cycle. Because I'm getting the sense that either you or your person, like, you may know of each other, that there's some sort of unfinished business between the two of you, and that when you get into some sort of union together, this is like a very sacred contract I'm getting here with the World and then the Queen and King of Cups. Like, this is incredibly special what this particular connection is. and you guys are extremely compatible with each other, and eventually there will be a right time, a right place, and I'm getting very much like divine timing, and that everything will be worthwhile. But for the period of right now, potentially for the second week of October, either you or your person are just trying to be able to move on forward onto calmer waters and to get themselves into that place where they've gone through a bit more healing, and that there's a bit more stability in relation to themselves, so that they can bring stability to your connection. And potentially, I'm just getting the sense that once this is all kind of left and it's kind of all worked on, there will be a slow build up and progress to actually building something properly together between the two of you. So I'm getting that if there has been some sort of like turmoil between your connection, there potentially may be a third party interference, and we were saying that earlier with potentially the King of Pentacles in reverse, and potentially even the Queen of Wands kind of like as a block over here. So either you or your person may not necessarily feel like they've got the confidence as of right now to get to where they want to be, but I'm seeing that like things will eventually balance out. But whatever difficulties there have been, it's been very stressful, and there may have been a lot of drama here, as we got here with the Three of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. So yeah, I feel like somebody may have left someone out in the cold at one point, but potentially they want to heal old wounds and move on forward in a steady progression to do with your connection. Potentially there's the realization that you guys get on very well with each other, and that you're kind of on the same page. But until something has settled, I'm getting that a love offer cannot be given as of yet. It can't be offered until something has calmed down a lot more. Okay, guys? So to go further on to what we have here on the table, either you or your love interest have been carrying a very heavy burden for a very long time. I feel like they're just trying to end an old, like a soul cycle, an old soul cycle that they have been through here with the Ten of Wands, and it's been incredibly burdensome, and potentially they're not having very much fun in their love life as of right now. And we were getting that kind of overall sense with the lack of emotion that has been here, and I don't feel like it's a lack of emotion to do with how they feel about you or how you feel about your love interest. I'm just getting this sense that everything to do with that type of romantic aspect of a like loving, caring connection is being put on the back burner. And I'm getting this sense that there will be communication about what has been happening in relation to their life, and you'll be able to find out that they may even say to you, if they were dealing with a third party, or if they were dealing with a karmic partner or someone else in the mix, or another situation, potentially they may say to you that they felt like they had to choose, and they couldn't make a particular choice at one time between either you or this other situation. And I feel like my throat wanting to close up then, sorry about that. And I feel like someone is putting their back to a particular option and realizing that they can have the whole world basically with the other option. And I'm realizing like that this kind of option is you. Like I'm realizing, I feel like I'm kind of like speaking from your person, saying like I'm realizing that this option, that this whole world situation is to do with being with you. And they know that with the King of Cups upright, with the Queen of Cups, you know, it's like there's this love that's not necessarily shown as of on the surface, but it's definitely there, and it's kind of running underneath. And just because it's not physically seen, like it's not there right in your face, doesn't mean that it's not there. And I'm getting this sense that potentially if your person has been dealing with a third party situation, they may have had to really try to protect the connection between what you and them have with compared to this other person. And predominantly you may live at a distance away from this person whilst you're in separation, and there may have been someone else in the mix that may be trying to stir up trouble or prevent a connection from moving forward. So either you or your person may have felt incredibly stuck at a crossroads for quite some time here with the Two of Swords, not feeling like they could kind of trust their own intuition, and potentially they may have been in this period of trying to make a particular decision. And if there had been a period of time where they were trying to make a decision between the two of you, between a karmic partner or a third party situation or what have you, they have made their decision, and their decision is to come forward towards you, because they feel like it's, you know, in their best interest, not necessarily physically and everything else. They just know that there is something deeper between the two of you. And we've got these 2 twos here, so there is going to be balance coming in, and we're currently in Libra season as well. So I'm really getting the sense like we have this we have the full moon coming up later on this month, but also a new moon. So I'm getting the new moon is going to be in Aries, I think, funnily enough, like either tomorrow or the next few days of whenever I'm recording this, okay? And there's going to be some major changes coming in for either you or your person in relation to this. And I feel like this person, if they had chosen another situation and thought the grass was greener there, they've been very heartbroken by staying along in this other situation that's not necessarily working out. And there's been a lot of conflict, a lot of drama, and I feel like this person's now gaining the clarity about that particular situation, and they would potentially like to come forward towards you to apologize that basically they've been carrying this burden of trying to choose between one situation and another, and do they kind of stick to what they have materially, or what do they have in their heart, in their emotions, in their heart space. And I'm getting the sense that they may have been overly focused materially before, and potentially now the tower has come down in their life and they're not necessarily in the place where they want to be now, and they're realizing that when everything kind of collapses and falls down around you, you have to see the bare bones of what's left, and potentially what was left was a bit eye-opening for you or your person, and that the real kind of recognition of what's going on is that there is love. And potentially there may have been a lack of that for either themselves or for yourself, or for if you've been kind of absent in this particular connection. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull from the Romance Angels and see what extra messages that we can get for you guys for the second week of October. What's to be said about this relationship? Wow. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So yes, if they feel that they need to come forward with an apology of sorts, I'm getting that strongly that they will do that. I'm getting a sense that they need to forgive themselves for a particular situation, for what they kind of got involved with previously, but also to forgive themselves. And potentially they want you to forgive them, and they want you to be able to move on forward together. This could be the one you've already met, the romantic partner you seek. So yes, there's this recognition that they want forgiveness from you. They want you and them to kind of learn from everything that you've been through together and eventually move on forward, in this recognition that you're meant to be sitting side by side with each other. Look. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith, and look at that. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. There is a lot of passion between the two of you, and they absolutely would like to come forward to see you, or you would like to see them, but they've definitely made their choice. This person's made their choice. They've made their decision. I feel like they're just kind of, I'm getting that, like, iron out the kinks. They're trying to iron out the kinks. I'll take one more for Aries, and then I'll use the other cards. What else for Aries? But if they're going through a separation of sorts in another situation, it's been incredibly heartbreaking for them, but they've gained this clarity. Yeah, look at that. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So as I was literally saying that they've been in this other situation that has been incredibly difficult and heartbreaking, they're freeing themselves, and that's exactly what they're doing. And then look, separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. Look guys, I can't actually make this up. I can't make it up. I've literally was just talking about it, and they were going to go through a breakup of separation. Oh, they will do. And if they are in this other situation, they've made their choice and they're separating from that. Okay. Yeah, they're separating from that so that you two can get back in contact with each other, be around each other, and get to know each other on a much deeper level. Now, lastly, I'm just going to pull from the Soulmates in Separation, Unspoken Love Messages by the Serendipity Tarot. So this could be either what you would like to say to them, or what they would like to say to you. But there's definitely this recognition that there is lack of growth in another situation, and that it's just been tiresome, I'm getting. Potentially they may have been strung along by someone who was very manipulative, potentially unfaithful. And I'm just getting this sense of wanting to kind of stir up trouble between the two of you by making things in their life extra difficult, I'm getting, and so that they felt like they were stuck. And potentially they may have been in denial about this relationship with this other person if they have been in a third party for quite some time. Like they didn't want to see what was going on, I'm getting. And potentially you or your person may be feeling a bit exhausted, and I'm not surprised here with carrying these 10 of Wands. Like probably they've been doing a lot of the work themselves, like carrying the responsibility of the other connection, etc., and doing all the work, and the other person just kind of sitting back, being lazy, not doing very much at all, and not putting into anything. And potentially you know, just potentially been very hot and cold with them. But I feel like they're getting ready to come out of that because they're very unsatisfied and they want peace in their life. And now they're setting boundaries and sticking to them when it comes to this relationship. Wow, I just felt the need to break up the deck there. So see what extra cards we have. So let's see what's going on for Aries second week. Look at that. I am still healing. Well, we know that because we were talking about that earlier. You will always have a special place in my heart nobody else can fill. And well, we know that because we've got the King and Queen of Cups upright. Of what you don't see is this beautiful love connection between the two of you that's hidden amongst all the fear and the insecurity and the kind of material aspects of things that have been happening around you or your person. I'll take 2 more, please. 2 more, and then we'll close off the reading. Wow. I struggle with love and expressing it. It just does not come easy for me. So potentially your person may have not always been in this King of Cups position. They most likely weren't. They may have been in the King of Cups reverse, potentially at one point, playing mind games, relatively manipulative, but potentially for coming across as a bit uncaring, like nonchalant, not getting their feelings involved. And potentially more in a space of this King of Pentacles in reverse energy. They've been very suspicious about other people and keeping their guard up and kind of questioning people's intentions and whether they're actually genuine. And potentially they may have been questioning these characteristics, etc., about these other different people, because necessarily that may have been something that they knew that was a shadow side to themselves. And potentially it's like, you know, when people say, oh well, a liar knows of a liar because they can spot a liar because they probably have been a liar themselves. So it's like it takes one to know one. That's what I'm trying to say. So potentially your person may have been in that particular place for quite some time, but I feel like they've gone through a lot and they're just closing off a cycle and therefore now changing things around. I'll take 1 more for Aries and then we'll close off the reading. Thank you. Second week. Deliver me from temptation. Yeah, so this person may have been incredibly materialistic previously, very tempted. Potentially here, they were with someone, potentially a karmic partner or a third party, what have you. And there was just kind of a lot of like lust in the relationship, or I'm getting that kind of all came from a place of like just a very sexual connection rather than necessarily anything much else, that and materialism. And potentially this person is having to really go through their shadow side and get to a point where they're more in their heart space, and to get out of a particular energy that has been draining them. I'm getting bottom of the deck, we have all those secrets I kept caught up with me, each and every last one of them. So potentially either you or your person may have been keeping their feelings very close to their chest, as we kind of know about that. And you know, maybe they had a lot more going on than they had actually previously expressed. If you have had not very much communication with each other, I'm scared you will not accept me now. So this person's having this realization that they now feel that you may look at them in the same way that you may have done previously, and that they haven't changed and they haven't transformed, and they want to try things from, they want to like come from another place. They don't want you to compare them to how they were before. And potentially now, through whatever it is that they've been going through in their life, they're scared that if they had previously rejected you or your friendship or your caring nature or anything like that, they feel regretful of that, and they want you to accept them. And they're hoping and praying, I'm getting, that you will accept them and that they have changed. But predominantly this person is not in a position as of right now to be able to express these particular feelings. And I feel like you kind of get this kind of sense of knowing that they're not in that place as of yet, but they will do eventually. There is definitely this recognition that they know who you are to them, but as of right now, they're just scared. They're really fearful. And we know that when we saw the strength in reverse. But when either you or your person gets through whatever they need to get through, whatever obstacles they can, and believe that they can get through anything, then eventually you guys will, I feel like, grow from whatever difficulties and challenges that there may have been previously, and that you will eventually have a really beautiful reunion, and just trust that things will eventually work out in divine timing. Look at that next card. You made me see a side of me that I've grown to hate. So potentially they had a lot to get through. You may have mirrored this person and shown a light to them, or shown something to them, and they were like, wow, I really don't like what I see. Am I really like that? And kind of questioning everything. And potentially they may have had other people around them doing exactly the same thing, feeling like that's what they were deserving of at the time, when actually that's not necessarily the case at all. And this person, I'm getting it, is like getting a taste of their own medicine, and they really don't like it, and they are changing things around, but they're doing it when they're taking their time, and there's nothing wrong in doing that at all. Okay, broke up the deck. I know I failed you and let you down big time. Yeah, this person is very regretful, and you know, they feel that you slipped away from them, especially if you walked away from this person and they made a decision previously to stay in something else. But what I'm getting is that, you know, a decision isn't necessarily about making a particular decision. You can not make a decision, and that is actually still a decision. So I feel like this person, even though they may have been like, I can't make a decision, they've made a decision by being potentially ignorant and ignoring a situation, but I feel like they're coming out of that because they may have caused a lot of drama in their life because of that, but also in your life. And I feel like this person is eventually going to make these particular changes to come around. But anyway, guys, I was not expecting the reading to get as deep as that. So just kind of eventually trust and know that the connection that you have between the two of you is incredibly special. And they do recognize this and they want your forgiveness. Okay, guys? So anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed the reading. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. Leave us a comment. I greatly appreciate it. Please check out your sun, your moon and your rising sign so that you guys can get a fuller picture of what's happening in your love life for the second week of October. And obviously, if you did fancy it, check us out on TikTok and see if you like what I've got on over there. Okay, guys? So anyway, if this is where we part, I hope you have a good week and we'll speak to you again soon. So take care. Bye for now.